But what else is on the docket, man? Y'all got a question. Should a man or a woman be defined by who they dated in their past? Or should people just let that go and just move on with their life? Like, how does a person X define them?
That's a damn good question. Damn, that's a good one. I do think that it shows it shows to the world that you saw yourself in this person. So if that person was a low value person, then that's a reflection on you and your choices and who you saw yourself in. I do think that. I mean, when we think of Megan, the lady that was married to
Megan Good?
No, the Duchess of
Meghan Markle?
Yes, Meghan Markle. Yeah, she used to date like a porn star, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I read that she used to date a porn star, and now she's dating a prince. Now she's married to a prince. So, I guess you can evolve, but it shouldn't define you because we are evolving, and yeah, that's why it is very important to marry the right person or someone that you could grow with.
In the vetting process, because I asked that because in the vetting process between men and women, I'm trying to figure out what is the percentage that stands for of somebody's exes, because it's not about judging, but I think when you're trying to get to know somebody, you do want to get into that mindset. So if a person has an ex that's very unsavory, you kind of got to ask the question, like, okay, well, how can you go from this to me? You know what I mean? Like, how can you make that quantum leap?
Growth. Redemption.
I mean, I think redemption is the wrong. I think redemption could be the wrong word, because even though I understand what redemption is, it's like, how much should a person be penalized? Now, I'm up to belief like this. Once you plan on being with somebody as far as commitment go, then you kind of got to let that go. You know what I'm saying? Even though it still might be residue there or whatever, but it's like, all right, once you gave somebody a commitment, then you have to deal with the reality that everybody got to pass. Mm-hmm. But I think that a person's ex, it defines the mindset that somebody was in at that time. Mm-hmm. I mean, 100, there's no way around it. And then you got to do the research on why somebody had that mindset. I think it's very important. Like, okay, I had a woman tell me, thanks for that $2 super chat. I believe there's a lot of male jealousy. Thanks for that $2 super chat, Tina Love. There is a lot of male jealousy. I think that when you vetting someone, and at some point, y'all gonna talk about exes or whatever. I mean, the conversation is just inevitable. I think that it's important to understand a person's mindset at that time, because you truly want to know, did you evolve? Did you grow? What did you learn from that situation? That way you'll never do it again. Right. I need to know where you was at mentally. That way I can kind of forecast your future a little bit. Mm-hmm. For real. But it's not about judging per se. I know it may seem like that. It's not about judging per se. I think it's more about, what I would say is, I want to know how much residue was there. I want to know how much damage, emotional, psychological damage was done, maybe even physical damage, because I'm going to have to deal with those problems. There's no other way around it. Any woman that I've dealt with that may have been toxic or bad, my new woman going to have to deal with some residue. Now, there's levels to the residue, but clearly I'm not the same person coming out of that. Hopefully I'm better, but there is some residue. And the same thing with women. I think as levels, it is a little bit worse for women.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's like, well, how much should a person be judged off who they did it in their past? You know what I mean? Like, how much should somebody be held accountable? I know it's not fair, in the grand scheme of things. It's never fair, but I think as an individual, if you're dating, it's your job to protect yourself. So if I find out that your ex-boyfriend was locked up for like double homicide, like seriously,
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, he don't mind doing it again.
Right.
Maybe I should stay away from you, for real.
Yeah, you're right.
Or if that's your baby daddy or something, like, no. I can't do that. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just some things that I think people got to understand. Some people you just got to leave alone because the consequences may be a little too much where you can't handle that, or you shouldn't have to handle that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right, because we have a mindset that our mistakes or our past, we shouldn't have to pay the price for it.